All right. So apparently we had a little issue with somebody erasing the end of the bat rep that me and Thomas did. They're going to be fired on the spot as soon as we figure out who it is, as long as it's not the owner. Oh, well, yeah. Anywho.
Thank goodness.
Just to kind of do a redux of what happened there at the end. Try and frame it. It's hard way to put it. All right, so Thomas had his one squad of Terminators behind the Land Raider that was destroyed. I had Gazgul, the Knobs, and a squad of boys charge that squad and ended up killing them completely and the Librarian. And then he saved himself for one round by staying out of combat. I can't remember exactly what it was, but I ended up killing his Warlord. So I got Slay the Warlord immediately after that. Towards the end of the game, I was trouncing from after that kill to over here to get that last squad of Terminators, but the game ended on a 2+.
A 2 or less.
Yeah, 2 or less.
So
and
bottom of the fifth.
Bottom of the fifth.
It's over.
Oh yeah, his.
So who won?
I did.
Okay, what was the score?
The score was he had 1. He had 1 point and for first blood.
That's it?
Yeah, I had 2 objectives. I had Line Breaker. I had Slay the Warlord. So what is that, 8 total, I think? Was it?
Yeah.
2 objectives, those are 3 each.
Yeah,
Slay the Warlord and Line Breaker, so that'd be 8. I think that's all I had.
Right. Okay, so now give the folks at home some advice on building an orc.
I figured out
army.
that you don't have to have bikers. You don't. If you use your stuff, like I had 3 Deathcopter units that I used. Actually, Thomas was really proud of me for doing this. I was like, oh, I got Thomas props. Because when they overwatch, they can only overwatch the first thing that charges them. So you take little throwaway units when his units have divine powers, or I forget whatever tree it is, you know, the psychic powers that he was doing. So he's firing his overwatch at normal ballistic skill, re-rolling that, and re-rolling all of his saves and blah blah blah. So I just say I'm charging with this Deathcopter first. It's gonna die. Like whatever it charged him is gonna die. So I would just throw away something at him and then charge him with everything else. And then after that,
to avoid the overwatch. Okay.
So that's something I figured out. It's like, cause I've always thought, oh, you need that mega knob biker squad that's just like hundreds of points, you know, to go in there around and kill
Well, it's
stuff.
like 500 or 600 points for that one squad.
Just for that. But I had just a mob of boys. I did have Gazgul.
Good old boys, yeah.
You know, so. But, yeah, just the positioning and figuring out the throwaway units to charge with Overwatch first. So actually, I would say just regular orc boys would be fine if you have something to charge first that you think either will survive or that you can afford to lose and still mop them up. As far as Thomas's side,
so,
the only thing that Thomas didn't
hold on. Give me, okay, I'm starting orcs.
Sure.
Tell me what I need to put in my army.
Tons of boys.
Don't spend time explaining.
Tons of boys.
So 90 boys?
Oh yeah, absolutely. 3 squads of boys.
90 boys.
Yep.
And because I found more than 90, you end up tripping on yourself.
Yeah. And
Okay,
it's
so 90, then what else?
it takes a long time to move all that stuff too.
So get Gazgul / War Boss.
You can. I like running Mega Knobs because Mega Knobs are good now.
Okay, great.
Before they were kind of piddly because, you know, they don't
A
have
lot
any
of
invo
things
saves.
negated
blah,
the
blah, blah.
2-up.
Yeah, they would negate all that stuff, power weapons. Now you have to have Thunder Hammers or something to get rid
Well,
of that
last
power
time
fist.
you played me with your orcs.
Yep.
I couldn't do anything about the
Those Mega Knobs are so good now.
I couldn't. They would just evaporate anything that touched them. What was I playing you with? My Necrons? Was it Necrons?
I don't remember what it was.
Well, anyway.
Maybe.
Yeah, I just remember getting my. So okay, so Mega Knobs, 90 boys,
Take
a Warlord, and
it's really nice though to take a
Deathcoptas?
Grotznik to
Take
give him
Grotznik.
so you can give him all any units that need it. The 5-up Cyborg body save, that's really good.
Right.
So they actually become better than Terminators because they have multiple wounds.
big deal.
Yeah. Yeah, just I love Deathcopters now in this edition because of toughness 5, you can't instant kill them, which was what was so bad about them before, is because they're like dead one shot from a rocket.
How many
It's like,
wounds
oh,
do they have?
2.
Okay.
That's what sucked before, is they'd be like, bleh.
Not bad.
And they always have a 4-up cover save. 4-up Jinx save or whatever, so that's really nice. And they can zip around, and like the way that I was using them is just good harassy units. And if you can run in just 1 or 2 in a unit and just have them on the flanks doing stuff,
Okay.
those are really good. But
What about? Okay, so what else? Come on,
divulging
quick,
from
quick.
something else too. Those things right up there. Those
Oh,
flyers.
the
Orc flyers. Oh my
bombers,
gosh, when
yeah.
you WA, re-rolling all of their shots and they're hitting on 4s.
18 shots?
Yeah, 18 shots. Oh, it's so good. And don't take the bomba or the flamer one. Just take the generic one that has like the multiple guns on it.
Okay.
Jacket.
Jet. Because it's got 3 of those super shooters that are strength 6, 3 shots
Right.
each. Twin link. You can't knock that up. So let's see. So I've told you HQs, Grotsnick, just a war boss is fine too. Just a war boss, like kitted out with a power, always a power claw. I don't know why you'd ever take anything else. I like taking. It's not really competitive, but just for funsies, take Zogwort.
Oh god.
Because he'll go up and if you get lucky with your curse or whatever spell that he does, because he just rolls and it automatically goes off unless they can do their deny the witch roll. And each of you roll a dice, and there's pretty much a 50-50 shot that you're just going to get rid of their character no matter how many wounds he has. That's really nice, and turn him into a squig, which you'd have a little squig running around for fun, but you know.
That's a real thing.
I did it
folks.
to I
that
did
can
it
really
to
happen
Thomas
to you.
in a game we were playing a big apocalypse game at his house. Did it to Lysander. I did it to multiple people. Lysander, who was it? Shrike.
Yep.
Somebody else too. It was just a commander. So 3 guys. I was just like, you're a squig, you're a squig, you're a squig. So yeah, that's a really annoying thing to lose like one of those super expensive guys just to that. Highly recommend if you want to have some fun.
All right,
Ludas,
so
you want Ludas too.
Ludas, oh, definitely.
Definitely.
What's the squad size on that?
Up to 15. 15
Okay.
is
No.
the way to
I
go.
mean, okay, 15 is
all
the way
the
to
time
go.
if you can afford it.
Because they each have like an
Yeah.
autocannon.
Oh yeah.
D3 shots.
D3
Well,
shots.
average 2,
Yeah,
strength
average
7,
2.
AP 4.
Yep. Yep.
But they're only ballistic skill 2. But
Which
it
is
doesn't
fine.
matter. They cost like 14 points each.
Exactly. Just like take all that. It's just like usually whenever they hit, they're gonna
Crazy.
kill something. Most of the time, they're gonna kill at least a couple of space
Oh yeah,
marines.
well, a unit of 15
Yeah.
costing about 300 points.
Yep. 2 shots each
Is
on
gonna
average.
give you 30 shots.
Yep.
10 hits.
Yep.
And that's it
Wounding
for
on
a
2s.
vehicle.
Almost
Yeah.
anything wounding on 2s.
Yep.
Even if you're shooting like big nids or something, you're wounded on 3s. Right? Toughness 6. And some of those don't get saves, do they? Do they all have 2 up saves?
No, they have 3.
3? No, that's
3
too
up
bad.
save.
Still, that's a lot of
big
wounds.
guy.
That's a lot of wounds you can throw at them.
Just make them roll the dice. That's how they're gonna fail.
Yeah, that's how they're going to go down, is just rolling lots of dice. I'm trying to think of what else you really need. Ludas are for sure. Ludas, the boys.
Battle wagon.
I like running battle wagons. They're kind of fragile. Usually the way I do it is I have my giant ridiculous battle wagon. People saw it in the battle report. It's a giant ridiculous one, and if you put a big mech in there, the way his with the force field, the custom force field, it comes off the edge of it. So that makes the bubble for it even bigger.
Yeah.
And your squads don't have to all be in that bubble.
Right, just one guy
Just
has to
one
be
guy.
touching the edge.
And so your whole army can be, oh, I'm in cover.
Well, you
Just moving
take
up the
2
field.
30-man units of boys. You just trail a boy into the bubble.
Yep. Just
And
right,
that's it.
running
The
right next to
whole
that battle
unit
wagon,
gets it.
and you're golden. Look, we're all in
So
cover.
in my orc army, I got 90 boys.
Yep.
2 HQs. And hold on, I have 4 death coptas.
That'd be good.
All right, and I have a squad of mega knobs with Grotsnick
That's good.
possibly in them. And I also have a battle wagon
Yep.
with a mech boy.
And you want a death roll on it.
Oh, and you know what works great in battle
Yeah.
wagons? Burna-boys.
Those are so good
You
too.
roll up, it's open
Yeah.
topped, they all shoot out those flamer templates.
Oh, just take all
And you
these
can just
flavors.
lay one flamer
Yeah,
template and
and
be like,
just
okay, all
multiply it.
10 of them are
Run the battle
that.
wagon per your
I've
mega
covered
knob.
6 guys, that's 60 hits.
Yeah, isn't that awesome?
Automatic 60 hits.
So great. It's such
Let's
a jerk
start
move.
rolling.
Ah, I love
Yeah,
that.
orcs are strong.
They are.
There's nothing wrong with orcs.
I think
great
they've always been strong.
models.
Even like when their codex was older, they were still viable. You could
The
still
orc
do stuff.
boy,
Yep.
the humble orc boy at what,
Points
5
cost.
points, 6
6
points?
points.
6 points.
But still, that's
No, well,
6
you got
points.
your
How much is a
90.
guardsman, Feedy?
You got your
A guardsman?
5 points.
You get
5 points?
10 for 50 points.
I'd much rather take an orc for 6 versus a guardsman for 5.
Oh, yeah,
Veteran
easy.
7.
Yeah. Right?
You've got, and then you have 15 Ludas. There you go. There's like a 2,000 point army
Oh,
right
easy.
there.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
That's good.
Yeah.
So that's how you do your
Five
Orks.
mega knobs is 200 points. With 2 wounds each, you can't beat that.
Plus a battle wagon that carries them around.
Yep. But then once you
So-
give them the cyborg bodies, that's another 50 because that's 5 each, or well, no, that'd be 25. But yeah,
It's good stuff. All right, thanks a lot, Mason.
Yeah, no problem.
And I want to remind the fans to give us an email or a call to have us to do up your army for you
conversions.
instantaneously.
That's my favorite. That's my specialty. I love
Thanks
it.
a lot.
Cool.
A package will arrive. Ding dong. Your army's here.
There you go.
Usable state. Thanks.
Yeah.